Hello, welcome back to Fa.
Acknowledging nipate watch your language.
Oops, sorry, Mom.
And also, listen your voice. The talking change your voice. After you finish, you can check your voice back to normal.
This is Ginger and welcome to the weather. Now here in Aberfan, it's a really white Christmas out there as the capital's also bearing the brunt of the snow. Yes, the capital, Alfred City, is really experiencing negative 2 degrees of snow. And meanwhile, the northern areas, it's very chilly down there with negative 3 degrees. Can you believe it? However, in the west region is pretty much cooling down with, yesterday was negative 1 degrees. Now it's getting kind of hot there with, 5 degrees Celsius. And yes, in the other regions, it's pretty much getting a little foggy there. And yes, your visibility, and 80 degrees. And that's all for the weather for today. This is Ginger, signing off.
I am so glad I fished my job.
Of course, Nickelodeon.
Good day, and welcome to the very first edition of
Chege Entatement TV News.
Now here are the headlines.
Putin turned Russia election hacks in Trump's favor, says U.S. officials.
Local evacuation suspended, leaving thousands trapped.
And Facebook finally gets serious about fighting fake news.
All and more in the first edition of Tom and Ben News. Good day, and welcome to the first edition of Tom and Ben News. Now here are the news.
Russian President Vladimir Putin supervises intelligence agencies' hacking of the U.S. presidential election and turned it from a general attempt to discredit American democracy to an effort to help Donald Trump, 3 U.S. officials said on Thursday.
U.S. intelligence agencies' conclusion that Russia tried to influence the election by hacking people and institutions, including Democratic Party bodies, has angered President-elect Trump, who says he won the November 8th vote fairly. Russian officials have denied accusations of interference in the U.S. election.
Separately, a senior White House official said on Thursday that Putin was likely to have been aware. Of the cyber attacks, but he fell short of accusing the Russian president.
Meanwhile, Aleppo evacuations being suspended, trapping thousands of people.
The Syrian government suspended the evacuation of civilians and fighters from the last rebel-held parts of Aleppo on Friday, leaving thousands of people trapped and uncertain of their fate.
Appeals came in from around the world for the evacuations to resume, with UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon warning that Aleppo had become a synonym for hell.
The United Nations urges the parties to take all necessary measures to allow safe resumption of this evacuation process, he said in New York.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan also called for all sides to respect the Aleppo deal.
Rebel backer Ankara, which helped broker the accord with regime ally Moscow, said thousands of people were still waiting to leave.
Turkey and a Syrian military source said the evacuation had been suspended but was not yet over, while Moscow insisted the operation was now complete with all women and children moved from the city.
Amid the confusion, a convoy of evacuees that had already left the east when the operation was suspended was forced to turn back, an AFP correspondent said.
And finally, Facebook gets serious about fighting fake news.
Facebook is taking new measures to curb the spread of fake news on this huge and influential social network.
It will focus on the worst of the worst offenders and partner with outside fact-checkers and news organizations to sort honest news reports from made-up stories that play to people's passions and preconceived notions.
Social network will make it easier for users to report fake news when they see it, which they'll be able to do in 2 steps, not 3.
If enough people report a story as fake, Facebook will post it to third-party fact-checking organizations.
Organizations that are part of the non-profit Point Institute's International Fact-Checking Network.
5 fact-checking and news organizations are working with Facebook on this. ABC News, the Associated Press, FactCheck.org, PolitiFact, and Snopes.
Facebook says this group is likely to expand.
And now the weather with Ginger. And so thank you, Ginger, for the weather. And now, there comes the end of our very first episode and edition of Tom and Ben News. So, this is Tom.
And Ben, and good day. This is Tom and Ben News.
Wow, you guys, you got it right. Congratulations. That's almost the end. That's the end.